Aloha! Welcome to our Miracle Body series, number 1. So today I want to talk to you about your miraculous lungs and all about your purpose of why you're here. We decided to start with the purpose first because, it's a big thing when people go wake up every morning, why am I here and what am I going to do with that, and how do I best be of service to those around me and those that Creator puts in front of me every day. And so this is what this is all about, is how do we understand our bodies and what information is it trying to translate to us so that we can get it and move on with our great ability to love more than anybody we know, which is the goal, right? And so what I'd like to do is to share with you about, first of all, I want to talk to you about your lungs. Do you know your lungs are so absolutely amazing that if you spread them out, they're the surface space of a tennis court. And I invite you to have an assignment the next time you have a chance, maybe even this afternoon sometime, to walk around the outside of a tennis court and admire your lungs. You have 2 lungs, so you have 2 regeneration times. So your lungs regenerate every day from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. and then also from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. And during those times, it's best not to be around any kind of smoking or inhale anything yourselves, because after a period of time, your lungs are very wise, and if you continue to smoke during those times or hold things in or you are around it, what happens is your lungs will automatically shut down regeneration in order to protect themselves. And so over years of doing that, when people get to the end and they go, why can't I breathe? Why do my lungs have issues? Because they didn't understand that they need to refrain from things like that between 9 and 1 and 9 to 1. And when you understand how difficult it is to breathe because you haven't been paying attention to that, I would go ask some people that have lung issues and see what you might want to change your mind about that. So, because your lungs are precious. Okay, so lungs also, do you know that every time we breathe, we're in this thing called inspiration, and that's the medical term for breathing. Inhale, inspiration, exhale, expiration. And so do you know that you have 23,000 moments of inspiration per day? That's an average amount of times you breathe every day. And so this is a nice time to also, every time you breathe, inspire. You're inspired to love. You're inspired to enjoy your life. You're inspired to share your gifts and your knowledge and your experiences with others. And then, of course, we want to also practice the inhale of the breath. And so what I recommend to everybody who comes to Angel Farms is that we relearn how to breathe like we did when we're infants. So if you've ever seen an infant breathe, you notice that their little bellies go up and they look like they don't even have any lungs. And what we like to do is to have you return to that, because every time you breathe into your belly, you relax your diaphragm, which therefore stops the adrenaline fight or flight response. And there are many people on this planet that are very adrenaline exhausted because they haven't understood that they have to breathe into their belly in order to relax the diaphragm and stop that fight or flight response. It happens by the way, at 248 miles per hour. So it happens really quickly, and the adrenals can recover very quickly, but it takes a belly breath. And so practice putting your hand on your belly, and when you inhale, belly goes out, and exhale, belly goes in, and each day you breathe and practice that and see what you can do about quieting your breath. Meditation techniques are very powerful, which is quieting the mind, and really pay attention to your breath all day and see what happens as you inspire your life with your breath. Lungs also, let's see, your left lung is smaller than your right because it makes a little bit of a puka or a hole for your heart to reside in. And so, you also want to understand that your heart is also engaged in your whole lung capacity. Now, I want to talk to you just for a moment about what your purpose is. Every single human being on the planet has the very same purpose, and that purpose is to love and love like God. And that means, even people are in this big hee-haw, whatever you want to call it, about Trump and about politics right now. And, I tell people the best thing you can do to support yourself and your ohana and your world is to send him blessings and love, and not whatever else that might be causing your liver and your kidneys harm when he doesn't even know your name. So it's not worth it, first of all. And second of all, it'll take your breath away and therefore hurt yourself, your health, and your lungs. So when you have an issue with a family member or a neighbor or even a president that you might be having an issue with, you might want to stop and wonder what you can do is fill your breath up with your lungs up with your breath, excuse me, and then send everyone in your path blessings and love, and see how that helps you keep your breath going, and you're not going to, tighten up your breath and lose your oxygen levels in your body. I also want to give you an assignment, and I'm going to be actually posting this on the website that you can download, that I want you to print this out and put it up in your bedroom so that when you wake up in the morning, every morning you're going to understand that my purpose is to love. It isn't what I have to do. It isn't the laundry and the children and the go to work and the driving and the carpooling and it isn't what's for dinner tonight. It's all about what am I here for is to love, and let the universe support where your loving can unfold itself. And again, trust your lungs, that they're the purpose and the reason for breathing. Your breath is a gift. It's a gift to the world. And remember, every time you exhale your breath, you're feeding every tree and every bush and every plant and every blade of grass that's all around you. And every time you give that gift of carbon dioxide to the plants and the earth, you're taking it back in as it translates it back into oxygen. So remember your relation to your planet or your Aina, this earth, and remember that matters in your breath of life. Every breath you take, you're breathing in the surrounding elements around you, and you want to put more gratitude in your attitude about that too, because you are a gift to the world. Your breath makes this possible for this earth, for your love to transform it in every breath you take. And I hope you enjoy this, and next one will be about your spleen. Let's talk about that next. Aloha.